Hi there. I just wanted to go over some of the particulars regarding our 10-day cleanse that's coming up just in a few days. First of all, you should have received an email from me, and I also sent you an invite to join our Facebook page. In that email is contained a link to the Facebook page, and if I wasn't able to already add you, please follow that link and we'll get you on the page. Also in that email was the Metabolic Assessment, which is basically a questionnaire, and it goes over the different body systems. And what we want to see is just answer the question. Don't overthink them. Answer them honestly, and we'll see where you are, it's a great measure of to see how your body's functioning. So we'll do that before you do the cleanse and then after the cleanse. And usually what we see is there's improvement in certain areas, whether it be your blood sugar or digestion or elimination or stress levels, etc. So we're looking forward to having you do that. The other thing that's included is a smoothie recipe list. So there's a whole bunch of different ways that you can use the Clear Bite smoothie. And last but not least is a shopping list, a healing foods shopping list. Now, on that shopping list, it's basically including your vegetables and your herbs and your healthy oils and your proteins. But you want to avoid red meats, dairy, well, red meats except for lamb, ostrich, and dairy products. So basically what this cleanse is doing, we're eliminating gluten foods, we're eliminating dairy foods, and also sugar foods. And that includes your natural sugars. It's just giving it a break. What I would encourage you to do is look through the list of vegetables and fruits and see some of the vegetables that you don't usually eat, because we tend to be creatures of habit and we tend to put the same things on our grocery list every week. So eat as many raw vegetables as you can, salads or a light saute in like a garlic or an olive or an avocado oil. I do have recipes that I'm going to be posting on the Facebook page, and I will email them out because I know that a couple of you are not on Facebook, so I will get those out to you. But just try to pick some vegetables that you don't usually eat. Try them out. You might find some that you really like and you want to start incorporating into your regular diet. So with that being said, let's go over a couple of tips on how to have a super successful and stress-free cleanse. Okay? So first of all, we want to grocery shop and we want to keep foods on hand, snacks on hand. This isn't a starvation program. You know, you're going to have good meals. You should be satiated. You should be actually feeling really good after you eat because, you know, we're going to be cutting out a lot of the processed and the refined foods, which tend to contribute, and also the glutens and the dairies. Some of you may have a sensitivity, not an allergy. Some may have an allergy, but some of you may have a sensitivity that you're not aware of. And take notice how your body is working over the next 10 days. Okay, see if there are any changes. Next, you want to manage stress as much as you can. You know, stress is always going to show up however it does. It's how we handle it. What you may find is during this change in your eating habits, you may be able to handle stress a little differently, because when we're eating the wrong foods or the foods that aren't best suited for us, it creates an additional layer of stress on our body. So just be cognizant of that as well. I would do take out a little journal, get a little notebook, and do a food journal while we're going through this process. You may want to write down the foods you're eating. You may want to write down some of the thoughts and the feelings that are coming up on a daily basis. And, you know, you may get some clarity on some things. You may have some creative ideas. You may just be able to process some things and release them. So just be open to whatever comes up on this process, because cleansing is not just, it's amazing because we're going to be giving the liver and the intestines a little bit of a break and clearing things out. But with that, we also sometimes find that people will clear some emotional stuff. And it's really good. So you'll feel lighter in many ways when this is done. Next, we want to drink lots of water. Most people do not drink enough water as it is, and in the winter time they drink even less because they're not sweating as much And actually in the wintertime, you need more because you have the heat on. So you want to drink half of your body weight in ounces. What that looks like, if you weigh 130 pounds, you need to drink 65 ounces a day of water. You can drink herbal teas. I would avoid fruit juices unless they're unsweetened. A tart cranberry juice is very high in antioxidant. We're also not used to having real tart foods. Most of us have become acclimated to eating a lot of sugary foods and very sweet foods. So especially in our drinks, and that's where we get a lot of our calories. So if you want a little flavor in your water, squeeze in some orange or lemon or lime or some grapefruit. Put in some cucumber or mint, but mix it up a little bit. Give your palate a little bit of a break from the sugar and see if you can try some other flavors that you really enjoy. If you have essential oils, use your essential oils in the water. Those are wonderful. But again, as a side note, you want to make sure you have a really high quality essential oil that is safe to be consumed that way. Okay? And if you're interested in getting some, let me know. I can give you some advice on that. Sleep. Another thing, most of us are not getting enough sleep. We're not getting that quality restorative sleep. You want to get at least 8 hours. So over the next 10 days, try to get at least 8 hours. Some of you might need more. Some of you, it might have been a long time since you've gotten a good night's sleep. So hopefully with this changes over the next 10 days with some of the foods you're eating, you're going to have a little bit better time sleeping, because when we have a lower carb, less refined, less processed diet, that often helps our hormones and helps your melatonin levels. Okay? We're not counting calories. We're enjoying our food. Chew each bite slowly. I know sometimes we're in a very rushed world and we will tend to swallow our food whole, as they say, but try to chew every mouthful, enjoy the food, feel the texture, kind of focus on it. That is a part of the eating process, smelling it and feeling the textures in the mouth instead of just shoveling it in. I know I'm guilty of that too sometimes, and those are actually the times where I get a stomach ache, because the chewing process is the first part of the digestive process. When you're chewing the food into little pieces, you're not only mixing the saliva, but you're preparing the molecules, the little tiny cells, to be absorbed. And if you think about it, if you take a bite of food and you chew it 5 times and put it in your stomach has to do a lot of work to break it down to be usable molecules. So help your body a little bit. Chew it, enjoy it, and it'll be all good. And with that being said, I think I said don't count calories. We're not counting calories. We're enjoying our food and we're eating till we're full. Okay? Allow tiredness. Allow yourself to feel a little bit like you need a little break during the day. But instead of reaching for your 3 o'clock cup of coffee, you can have a 3 o'clock cup of green tea, but that's usually an indication of dehydration as well, okay? So just allow yourself to just be going a little bit slower if you can, and if you need to lay down, if you have that opportunity, or even if you're in your office and you don't, sit back in your chair for 5 minutes with your eyes closed, take some deep breaths, and after that, get up and move around a little bit. Move your body, do some jumping jacks, do some squats in place, walk outside in the cold air for 10 minutes. That'll help to reinvigorate you, get the blood flowing, okay? And also, of course, we want to exercise. We don't want to do like a crazy weight training triathlon marathon schedule, but you want to move your body every day. Because when you're moving your body and moving your bloodstream, moving the blood through the limbs, that's also very cleansing and very healing. And that's a good habit anyway. So especially if you can get out in the sunshine and get some sun on your eyeballs to increase melatonin production, that will actually help your sleep as well. Gentle stretching like yoga, or if you go to a Pilates class or something like that. And on those days where you are having exercise, make sure you have some snacks with you, which is always a good idea anyway. Have an apple with a little container of hummus, or a little bag with some raw almonds in it, some baby carrots, something like that with you, and of course water and herbal tea. Number one, that way you're prepared if you do get hungry, and it'll also help to keep you on your program. It's only 10 days. This is easy. You can do this, no problem. But every meal and with each steps with this, you're one decision closer to completing the cleanse. And a lot of you, what I find is a lot of you may continue this eating program for a little while after, which is wonderful, because everything you eat, everything you drink, everything you put on your skin, and everything you breathe has to be detoxified and processed by the liver. And the waste products, what's good is going to go into your cells, but the waste products is either going to go through your kidneys or it's going to go through your intestines. And if those are blocked up, your body's going to push it out of your skin. And some people have either skin rashes, or they have acne, or they have skin stuff going on, or constipated. So we're not getting rid of the waste products efficiently. And this will be a great jumpstart this 10 days. Okay? So again, get yourself on the Facebook page, and I will be checking in there twice a day. So if you have questions or concerns, you can either direct message me, or you can comment on the posts. Share some of the recipes you're putting together. It's always fun to see some of the combinations people make. And if you have, or you can just respond with an email. Okay? So anyway, I look forward to starting this process with you, and I'm excited to facilitate it with you, and I hope you have fun with it. This is going to be a really great time for you, and very reflective. Write thoughts down and ideas, and just have a great time with it. Okay? Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.